Hey, welcome back. Randy here, and we're gonna do a little update or recap, I guess, on the S10. I haven't touched it since this. I've just been slammed working. I should be at work right now. I'm booked for 2 weeks, but I'm gonna take a couple hours and put into this, and wanted to do a little recap on it, I guess. So I've got all the front built except for the brake calipers and the front coilovers, which they're over there in the garage waiting to go in. But I'm a little leery about putting those coilovers over, or putting the coilovers on while it's sitting over this much sand, because those threads on them thing needs to stay clean, and they need to stay have the anti-seize on them. So, and this sand, every time it rains or wind picks up, even though I've got it covered with tarps, it kicks this sand up and it gets all over the bottom of everything. I just kind of blew it off with the compressor, but that sand will stick to that anti-seize and it will ruin my coilovers, and I won't be able to adjust my ride height. So I don't want that at all. I don't want to void the warranty on my Viking coilovers at all. So I'm thinking about kicking the Nova out of there, and I'm still building on this thing. I'm gonna close it in. I've got all the siding to close it in. I just don't know what to do about the floor yet. I'm not gonna concrete it. It would cost me $2,000 to concrete this, and I'm just not doing that. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting some 3/4 inch plywood, throwing some 2x4s down just right on the ground, or right over this carpet actually, and then putting probably very small pebbles or gravel in between them, just throw it over it, clean the tops of them, to try and help anchor a little bit, and then put the plywood right on top of it. That way it'll hold a car. It will do it. I've tried it, and it holds the 3,500 pound Nova just fine. So, and I've got a bunch more tools and boxes and stuff to bring in here. This is just skeleton. Everything else is back there in that one or in the other garage. So I've got a lot more stuff to come in here. Little money to go off of. So this is kind of, building what I can with what I can, I guess you could say. Don't have money to build a nice shop. I wish I did, but I don't. So, but I'm thinking about kicking the Nova out, putting it out here. I don't know. I guess I can move the trailer up some more, leave the Nova here covered up, and then put the S10 in there. I think I'm really going to do that, because it's going to be raining every week now when we get into April and stuff, and I want to be able to work on it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some wheels on it, turn it, make it a roller, and get it in there. So with the recap, all right, so we got the front end built. I talked to the guys at Summit and some other guys, and they say that these mounts right here are as tough as they come. So I'm going to use them. I use solid mounts anyway, so I'll have the solid mount that goes over this on the engine, and then they say that those are just as tough as they can be. So I'm going to use them. I'm going to give them a try. And when I build the new motor for the S10, I'm going to go with motor plate, front plate and mid plate anyway. So as long as that holds out for a season or 1 year, give me enough time to build a new motor for it. So the firewall is done. It's totally sealed and painted. Looks decent. That's of course where the steering column comes out. I've got the Gen 1 manual box here, and I got the Motion Raceworks column, and I just yesterday got the intermediate shaft in with 2 U-joints. So that's all ready. I got all that stuff. This is done. I got the hole cut for that. That Motion Raceworks column is just, it is wonderful. I mean, there's no resistance in it, nice bearings in it. There's no, you know, it doesn't shift at all. That thing is nice. Definitely worth the money if you want a really lightweight column, which I did. So this is a budget build. Some things I am having to buy new, and like that column, that was over $300, but I think it was worth it. I got the steering wheel, the actual Motion Raceworks steering wheel, off of a guy used, so I got that really cheap. Almost everything that I'm getting is coming off of Facebook or some, you know, off of buddies. Very few things are new. I got a transmission, yes, the other day. I picked up a Power Glide. It's supposed to be good for 1,000 horsepower. It was built by Sid Neal, which builds my transmission, so I know at least that it is built well. This guy, him and his son Keith, know their shit. So I'll probably take it to him, just have him freshen it. The guy said it only had 4 passes on it. So it's a stock case, aluminum Power Glide. It's got a Pro brake on it. I don't know a whole lot about it. It has a shield on it. Whoa! Guess I need to get a handle for this thing. Sorry for the flip there. So I'll probably let Sid get his hands on it and see what it's all about. See if I got screwed or not, but hopefully not. So I got a transmission for it. Got the motor for it. Got the front suspension complete. So just a couple of things to put on and then it'll be done. Now I'm saving up for a rear end. This is another thing that I'm buying new. I'm getting one from Trick Chassis. They have their pricing. Everybody's going with quick performance. There's a couple reasons that I'm going with Trick Chassis that, you know, made me choose them. So still going to be around $2,500 for the rear end with disc brakes, 35 spline axles, spool with, I'm going to go with around 370 gears. I was going to go 389, but thought that maybe even that was a little too low. So I'm going to go around 370. I think that'll be good. So almost there with the money on that. I think once I work through this week, I'll have it and then get that ordered. I wanted to get the rear end in place before I did the cage. I don't know why, but that's just what I wanted to do. So I'll have the drivetrain except for the drive shaft. But I can mock something up, you know, for the loop, maybe, because I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get the rear end, then I'm gonna do the cage. I'm gonna do the inside first, and then find out where I want my bars to come. And once I get that situated, get whatever welded in here that I got to get welded on, and then I'll put the bed on. That way I know everything's where it's supposed to be. Put the bed on, and then I can weld those bars in and put the crosses in. My transmission cooler is going to go right at the front of the bed. It's got a little fan, little transmission cooler, so that's where it's going. I think I'm going to keep the radiator up at the front for now, just for ease of installation and money. Boxing in the frame, I'm really happy with the strength that added. Gosh, man, it really added some super duper strength to it. Before I did it, I could move the frame around, I could twist it a little bit, not by hand, but you know, I could put a couple of pair of vice grips on it, and I could actually twist it a little bit. I can't budge it with anything now. I mean, nothing. So I'm glad I did that. I'm gonna have an X brace in there. I'm gonna do whatever I can to stiffen this truck up. The cage is really gonna help. It's gonna be a 12 point, all tied into the frame. Yeah, the cab is bolted back down with new bushings, but I have one problem. I think when I got the truck, it was missing one bolt and the big washer. So I gotta find one of them. I guess go to a junkyard or find somebody on Facebook that's parting one out and see if they'll send me one. I've got the manual master cylinder. I've already mocked it up. It fits. When I mocked up the cage, or not the cage, the steering column, mocked all that up, and it works. I got to replace a brake line. The cross line going over to the other side, it snapped. And I cut the one going back, so I got to fix that one as well. Which, that's nothing. That is absolutely nothing to do. Let's see. It's looking good. All this paint isn't just on here for looks. It's on here to keep this thing from rusting. I put the Rust-Oleum anti-rust or something rust base stuff. It's supposed to take it from a rusty surface to and stop the growth and make it paintable. But of course I sandblasted everything, so there's no rust anyways, but I put that on there just to keep it from rusting. And then I use Rust-Oleum anti-rust paint, gloss black over that, so there is not going to be a speck of rust anywhere on this thing. Of course, all this is coming out. These bars are coming out. They'll be replaced with what needs to be in, so there won't be a speck of rust anywhere on this whole truck, and that's the way I want to keep it. If I ever decide to sell it or back half it, whatever, this is going to be reused. I don't want a speck of rust anywhere on anything. You know, if I upgrade stuff or try to sell anything back here, I want it to be rust free and perfect for somebody else to use. I was gonna get the Calvert monoleaf spring back here, but that's what I've got on my Nova, and it is so stiff. I mean, because it's all made for separation back here, you know. The Caltrax and the monoleaf work together to separate on launch, and that's not what I want with this truck, because it's going to be mainly no prep, so I want it to be able to squat. So I think what I'm going to do is take that work leaf out and see how it feels. Thank you, Bill, SRC. That's the way they did theirs, and it works really good, so I'm going to try that first. So I'll take these springs out, I'll sandblast them, get them cleaned up and painted, get all the rust, well, do what I can with the rust. And this rear end will be gone in the junk pile. Get my 9-inch here, and so that'll be moving on. So what I'm going to try to work on today is inside here, this floor. It has little spots of rust here and there. I don't know if you can see it. The light isn't the best in here, so it's just got little spots of rust everywhere. I'm going to take my whiz wheel with sandpaper on it and sand that down, and then I've still got a bunch of cans of this paint, and I'm going to repaint it, get all that painted. I don't know if I'll get to that today, but I'm going to at least get these rust spots gone. Can't stand rust. Can't have it. Can't have it. Still got to cut out some more of that and build something that that's removable, so that transmission removal and installation is not such a job. Not quite sure yet what I'm gonna do about that, but I'm not to it yet, so Oh yeah, and I'm gonna order the stuff to pro mod these doors and make a video of that, because I'm sure a lot of people will start doing that. A lot of people have, but I think that's gonna catch on like wildfire. All this, it's gonna look just like a fiberglass door, except it's gonna be your stock door. So it's gonna get rid of, I don't know, 30-40 pounds. I don't know, maybe not that much. It will if you get rid of the glass and screw on some plexiglass, which I think I'm gonna do. I am gonna do. Screw it, I'm doing it. So yeah, get rid of 30, 35 pounds, 40 pounds each door, maybe 30 pounds. Still, that's a lot, man. That's 60 pounds off the cab. That is amazing. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I'll make a video showing how to do that. So all right, just want to do a recap, and I'm gonna get busy on this floor, and then I'll get back on here when I go to build some more stuff on it, probably putting the rest of the front end together so I can get it moved, get the Nova out here and get this in there so I ain't gotta worry about this sand. And then once this is out of this spot, I can get rid of this sand, push it over there or something, I don't know. All right, well, that's it for now. Where is my phone? There it is. So, as you can see, there was a bunch of little rust spots. There still is. I got more to do. Looks like somebody just splashed some Bondo on for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't seen any holes, and I took it all the way down to metal where they had the Bondo, so I have no idea why they even did that. But all these little holes, I probably will just put a little piece of Bondo in them, I guess, just to get rid of them, because I know y'all seen or probably have a car, and when they do a burnout, the whole thing gets filled full of smoke. I don't really care for that. The Nova didn't do it until I broke a couple of drive shafts that knocked some holes in the floor back there that I haven't fixed yet. But I don't want that for this. I want to be able to just smoke the shit out of them if I smoke them. Like the Nova, I don't even smoke the tires doing a burnout. They don't need it. I do a burnout just to where they just barely smoke, and that's hot enough for them. Any hotter and they just get greasy. But you know, I want this sealed. I don't want smoke getting all in it. So I'm gonna try to keep that from happening. But I think I'm gonna end it for now. My generator just quit on me. I guess it ran out of gas, so I gotta fill it back up and then get back to work on this. I think all I'm gonna do is just get all the rust knocked off, and then throw some rust shit on it for now, and then paint it some other day, or do the Bondoing actually first, and then sand that and then paint it. But I gotta go to work here soon, so I'm gonna get off of here, try to finish knocking this up, get some anti-rust primer or whatever on it, and call it a day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, tell your friends, say, hey, this crazy dude is building a cheap ass S10. We're gonna get crazy with the Nova. We're gonna get it out, get on the street, have some fun. I cannot wait to get this thing done. I'm busting my ass to try to do it. Hopefully I get somebody over here to hold the camera for me so I can get more content up. All right, where's my phone?